okay? You combine this with these nasty bend hooks and my exotic plastics, the dinner table will be set. I guarantee you that. Guys, I got free shipping on all of them. And we're 60 days away. This is going to be a short little piece about the habitat that I'm building. You guys, I have over 100, 200 pieces that are out there already. So I'm just adding to them a little bit. Okay, that's all I'm doing. I found some 5-foot flats, so I'm making about some 3.5, 4-foot habitat for them. And I'm just going to show you real quick what I'm doing. And let me kind of back up, because this is mostly going to be about the poles. Pretend that this is the brush pile, that tree right there, all around there. And I'm going to stack some habitat, some little high-rise condos right there at the bottom. Okay, you see how I have them spaced out. This is very simple. It doesn't take a lot to do this, and I want to show you guys this. Let me put you on my chest. Okay, I had some old PVC pipe that's laying around. All right, so all I did was just put a little bit of ready mix in there. Let me see if I can show it to you guys. Put a little bit of ready mix in there, just like that. Okay, I had the PVC laying around, and I had the old center blocks laying around, and all I did, guys, just add some water to it. Okay, come around this other side, let me show it to you. Add some water. That's it. That's all I did. And I'm going to sink these away. And it's very important for me to show you guys exactly what I'm doing and what I'm doing to get prepared for the pre-spawn. Okay, crappie are going to do what they do regardless. You've got to be ready. All right. I want to cover a few things. I'm going to touch on them. I'm going into detail, and I'm going to cut a little bit of corners. We're going to have a total of 5 Cam's Nasty Stick combos coming out. I'm going to have the bronze, I'm going to have the silver, I'm going to have the gold, I'm going to have the platinum, and I'm also going to have my signature series combo that will be coming out as well. We're expanding over here. But listen, this is my job for today, to get you guys ready for springtime. You've got to think ahead. You need to go ahead and get everything in order right now, since I know you're spending a lot of time with the kids right now and you're buying presents, and that's fabulous. But let me tell you, spring is going to be here before you know it. So I'm going to cover a few things. Number one, I'm going to cover what plastic I'm going to be using. It's cold as can be out here too, guys. I want you to know that. Number two, I'm going to cover what style and what size jig head I'm going to be using, and what size and what color hook I'm using, and also the hardware, what kind of machinery that I'm attaching those plastics and those hooks to. Okay, and I want you guys to remember, you can see the condos behind me. I'm going to put those out, but all that does no good if you don't have the right rod and reel in your hand, and if you're not using the correct bait. The crappie are going to do what they do regardless, okay? But it's your job to make sure that you're out there at the right time. And remember, it's about doing the little things big. That's very, very, very important. Let me say that again. It's about doing the little things big. This is crappie fishing, and crappie are very, very finicky. Okay, but I guarantee you, if you come back to the house and you didn't catch any crappie, it's because you couldn't find them. Something wasn't right that you were doing. And one thing I want to say to you guys as well, if you're one of those guys like a couple of my friends that do bass fishing and then crappie fishing and bass fishing, crappie fishing, bass fishing, you have to be careful that you don't mix the signals. Because when you're bass fishing, you're constantly casting and retrieving. You're fast casting and retrieving. Okay, you're ripping up and you're setting the hook. Okay, you got to remember, crappie is a totally different breed. You don't set the hook like you do when you're bass fishing. But if you bass fish all the time, then you go out crappie fishing, you're going to still stay in those same habits that you do when you're bass fishing, as opposed to crappie fishing. You set that hook too much, you're going to rip it right out of their mouth. And also, you guys, I have friends that have boats here. They use that same bass pole for crappie. It's not going to work. Generally, a bass pole is a medium action. Okay, they're designed with a very strong backbone, and when you set that hook, you're going to rip it right out of the crappie's mouth. That's why in some places they call them paper mouths. Okay, so you cannot do that. When you're using a crappie pole, it's very important that you have a very, very sensitive pole, but yet rugged. And on top of that, it's got to be accurate. That's very important. So let me tell you first thing what we're going to cover. Let me see if I can sit up a little bit. First thing we're going to cover is what plastic that I'm going to use. The number one plastic, guys, that I'm going to use, I'm going to hold it right up there at the camera so you guys can see it, is our red, black, and crawhide. I sold over 300,000 of these in 120 days. I'm going to the curly tail, the red, black, and chartreuse. You can see that glitter in that tail. Okay, this is my #1 selling, because I've had a lot of people, the reason why I'm doing this video, because I had a lot of people ask me, Cam, what's your best seller? Cam, what are you going to be using? Now I'm going to show you guys exactly what I'm going to be using. Okay, I hand make these. They're super soft. They're soft plastic, and also everything that leaves out of my factory, we coat it in mineral oil. That helps keep that vibrant color in that plastic. You know how you guys leave plastic jigs in your tackle box and you look at them, they start to look like they're faded from the sun? Well, I coat mine with mineral oil to make sure that doesn't happen. Okay, this is my #1 selling. If you go out all across the country, we ship these plastics out. Everybody, they were telling me they were catching anything from shell crackers to brim to bass to crappie. This is a hot jig, and it's going to be hot for spring 2019. That's my #1. My #2 that I'm going with is my blue, black, and chartreuse tail. Let me show it to you. I'm gonna hold it up at the camera. Okay, remember, the crappie are going to be in the shallows. Okay, that means you've got to have a pole that will lightly get you up there without all that crazy wailing. You know, you guys have some buddies, if you're like me, they go out there with these super thick poles, and they think they're bass fishing. Guys, when you're fishing with crappie, it's about finesse. You got to slow things down, and you've got to, it's like you're stalking crappie. That's literally what you do. My nose is running a little bit. So this is what I'm going to be using as my #2 bait. That blue, light blue, black, and with a chartreuse tail. You can see the glitter in the tail. Let me hold it up. Believe it or not, guys, it's 5 o'clock in the afternoon, but we're expecting snow down here in Thump City, Georgia. Hashtag Thump City, Georgia. That's the #2. #3 that I'll be using, and by the way, I'm going to have the segments downstairs, so the hyperlinks, so all you guys have to do is just click on it, and you can watch how I use these guys. All right, this is the Orange Crush. Orange white with a chartreuse tail. Okay, that's the one I'm going to be using. So here's the deal. Whenever you're crappie fishing, I know you guys, if you've been crappie fishing for a while, you've run into this. Whenever you're crappie fishing and you got 16, 17 in the boat, and all of a sudden they've turned off, you got to switch to a different color. So I've always learned, my theory is, I got 2 rules. Never leave fish to find fish, #1. #2, it's always better to have and not need than to need and not have. So you want to make sure you got everything in that tackle box that you need. All right, so again, I'm prepping everybody out there, all my viewers and all my subscribers. I'm prepping you guys for come spring 2019. Remember, we're in the 2nd week of December. Okay, come February 10th, that week of February 10th, I'm back on them again. I'm going to have that segment downstairs so you guys can see what I was using and how I use it in 2018. Okay, let's go on. Let's move forward. Another one that I'll be using, because we're going to be pre-spawn and the crappie are going to be in the shallows, I'm using the Black Magic. That black, this is trusty, proven through time. That black with a chartreuse tail, and all of guys of my tails have high quality glitter in them. Okay, that's that Black Magic. I'm going to be using that on certain days as well. And last but not least, one of our hottest is the Popsicle. That pink, purple with a chartreuse tail, that's called Popsicle. I'll be using that one as well. Okay, and what I'll be coupling these with, I hope you guys can see those. I'm pretty sure you can. Most of the time, guys, I'll be running my Nasty Bend hook, the Minnow head, the 116, with the #2 hook. Guys, y'all talking about sharp? These hooks are super sharp. Okay, that's how sharp they are. Can you guys see that? They're chemically sharpened. My hooks do not play. So when you open up your package and you get them, please be careful. And when you pull them, when you get your package, pull them out and just gently run your finger across the tip. And the reason why I sell these to you guys in 40 packs is because if you get in a brush pile, you get in a stick, you get in a pine cone, you get near beaver dam, if this hook bumps it, it's gonna hook it. And make no mistake about it. If this hook gets close to anything, if you don't want to hook it, don't use this hook. This is that Nasty Bend hook. This is a world-renowned hook. This is probably the #1 and the sharpest hook on the market right now. Okay, 1/16 Minnow head black nickel hook. I'll be using this more than any one of them. But of course, if you like red, we have red too. If you like bronze, I have bronze too. Okay, so if you like gold, I got gold. It's all a matter of preference what you prefer to use. That's the 1/16, and I will sometimes when I'm vertical jigging as we push towards April and May, I'll be using the 1/8 minnow head with that same black nickel #2 nasty bend hook. Now sometimes, depending on what size crappie that I'm catching, I may decide to switch to the #1 hook. It all depends. So I want you guys to make sure that you go in to the store. You'll see it right down here, camscrappiehole.com, and everything in my store we have free shipping on. Everything. And I want to tell you guys, all of my rod and reel combos, they're called ARB, anti-rust bearings, that we put in all of our reels. Okay, all of my reels are machine cut. Okay, they're designed for left or right hand individuals, so you can swap it out, whichever one you prefer to do. Okay, matter of fact, I'm just going to pick one up real quick. This one right here is our silver edition. Okay, right or left hand, whichever one you prefer. Instant stop, stop and lock system. Okay, top side drag. It has a 5 to 6 pound drag on the top. I want you guys to be able to see that real good. Okay, super drag system. Okay, very easy to use as well. Okay, let me roll that all the way back up to the top. This is my Portuguese cork handle. Okay, it has a Fuji, F-U-J-I, Fuji like the film, seat. Okay, so once it's in there, it's in there. And plus all of my rod and reels, guys, are correctly balanced. You see that? They're balanced. That's very, very important. So if you're out on the water all day, you won't have to worry about this feeling as if it's heavy. All of my rod and reels, guys, are balanced. All of them. Look at that. You see that? All of mine are balanced. Guys, I built these from the ground up, okay? All of my reels are machine cut. My drag system is water resistant. I have so much stuff that I have to try to tell you guys about as an extension of your arm. That's what they are, okay? These are micro lights, which means you're going to be using these from February, March, April, May to June, okay? That's when you're going to use these. They're carbon fiber blanks, okay? Carbon fiber, okay? You got your hook seat down here where you put your hook at, all right? My eyes, my leads that I use on here are coated for less friction. And let me tell you what I did. If you guys want to look at your pole that you're using right now, count how many leads that you have on there. When you have an anonymous amount, when you have quite a few leads on there, that reduces friction. When you reduce the friction, that allows less drag. Less drag means further distance. That's very, very important. And I added 2 more leads on my rods, okay? And I extended. I'm gonna show you the hyperlink. The last 2 years I've been using a 6-foot pole. But what I did was, guys, I extended my pole. Okay, each one of these poles are hand rolled. I extended it to 6'2" to give you a little bit more manageability. Okay, so when that fish takes off, if you hook a bass, all you gotta do is extend your arm and let that pole do all the work. Okay, very important. I want to show you guys. I'm pressed for time, so I'm trying to get as much information out as possible. This balanced rod and reel, this micro light that's designed to stay with you all day and fish, and your arm won't get tired, your fingers won't get tired. You see how balanced that is? This is just the silver series. Okay, you combine this with these nasty bend hooks and my exotic plastics, the dinner table will be set. I guarantee you that. Guys, I got free shipping on all of them, on everything that I have, okay? This is the Platinum Series. Let me see if I can show you the Platinum Series here. This is the Platinum Series, okay? All of my rods are designed with balance. You can see that, okay? This rod here has 10 plus 1, which means 11 ball bearings. And the reason why it has 11 ball bearings and why you talk about ball bearings, because smooth reeling. And also, when your ball bearings are anti-rust bearings, like all of mine are, they call ARBs, all of your moving parts will last a long, for years to come. That's why you look for ball bearings. And I want to tell you guys this too, which is very, very important. Go to your garage, go to your boat, wherever you keep your reel, look and see how many ball bearings your reel has. That's very, very important. Check and see what your pole is made out of. Here at Cam's Crappie Hole, we don't use fiberglass. Okay, graphite is good. Baby, we use pure carbon fiber. That's what our poles are seated with, all of our blanks. Guys, I built these from the ground up. I made sure, and all of my rod and reels, including my signature series, are 1 year in the making. You guys saw me doing some of my due diligence on some of my poles. I left some in the lake for 6, 7 days. You guys saw me pull a gallon of water up, which was 8 pounds. We snap poles. So now we're ready to present them. And every pole that comes to you guys will have my signature on them. Okay, Cam's Nasty Stick. So listen, this is what I'm doing. I don't want to show all of them. As a matter of fact, here's one of my other ones. This is the Bronze Series right here. Okay, all of my poles, guys, are micro lights, what you'll be getting. These are specifically designed to catch crappie. You remember I tell you about the balancing of my poles. All of my poles are designed to catch crappie. That's what they're for. Now, if you want to catch panfish, that's what these are for. You want to catch some nice shell crackers? It's just like, let me explain this to you. It's just like going and play golf. If you're 100 yards out, you don't want to use the driver. You're looking for accuracy. You want to buckle down and maybe get your 7-iron or your 8-iron. It all depends on how you hit. But you're not going to use a driver and you're in the fairway, or you're close to the green, or you're in the second cut. That's not what you're interested in. So listen, I want to say thank you. I want to make sure that I didn't leave anything off. I want to say thank you so much to all of my subscribers and all my viewers. Guys, and by the way, we have crossed over 10,000 subscribers. We're 2 years since we've been doing these, since we've opened up our channel. And I want to say thank you so much to you guys. And remember, all you have to do to pick up any of our gear, just go to camscrappiehole.com. And for all of my members that have been ordering from us since day one, some of you guys have ordered 14, 15, 20, 22 times. It's possible that I may be giving you guys a call, because I'm going to give you guys the first crack at pre-ordering our poles. Now, I want you guys to understand this. I don't have a lot of them. So if you see one of them that you like, if you see it, I've built it, I've taken time to build it, machine cut that reel, I've done all the hard work. All you have to do is go online and order it. I'm gonna pack that bad boy up and ship it directly to your door free of charge, okay? Listen, this is your boy Cam. I always enjoy talking to you guys, and a lot of you guys have talked to me on the phone, okay? This is what I do 8 days a week, 25 hours a day, okay? I enjoy helping people catch crappie. That's all I do. I don't chase anything else. All I do is crappie. So listen, happy holidays to everybody out there. I think I've covered just about everything, but every now and again, once the camera ends, I always forget something. And you guys know me. My name is Cam. Yep, and that's the Crappie Hole. And listen, we're going to see you guys on the next turn, all right? Thank you for stopping by. We get one real kind of close. Okay, all right.
So you can break those off into pictures.
Yeah.
Just from
I
the
freeze frame them.
freeze. Okay.